Call this December 8th Jackson County Commission meeting to order. Have a roll call.
District 1, Mr. Duffy.
Present.
District 2, Mr. Johnson.
Present.
District 3, Mr. Miller. District 4, Mr. Laurel.
Present.
All right, have a quorum present so we can conduct business. We'll have our prayer. By Mr. Guffey and Mr. Flores will lead us in our pledge after that.
Dear Father, we thank you for this day, God. We pray that you help us, God, to make the right decisions. God, I pray that you bless each one in our community. God, I pray that you bless each one, God, that's fighting for us and dying in our military. God, we praise you and glorify you and ask for it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I do want to mention we have our the chairman of the day with us today, Jacob Flores, and he's not sure, he hasn't learned much from me, so maybe you guys can share and impart some wisdom during our meeting here. But I've enjoyed having him today, and I hope he's learned a little bit about what county government's involved with and how we do business. We've been running around all day with it, learning about different stuff. So, do you have anything you want to share or say?
Not yet.
All right. So move on to the first item, which is approval of the minutes from our previous meeting. We have the minutes from the November 24th meeting. Do we have any changes before we proceed? Questions or comments? Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
So moved.
Motion. We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Next item is approval of the agenda. We only have the one item on our agenda under new business. Do we have any other changes to the agenda before we proceed? We have a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Make a motion.
Motion, we have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Okay, no awards and no one who signed up to speak. No old business. Our only item of new business is the surplus equipment with the park. This was presented to us last week. You have a copy of that information in your packets today. So before further discussion, I have a motion to approve these two items to be declared as surplus to be added to Gov Deals to begin with. Is that yours? Okay.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Are there any further questions or comments on this? Okay. Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Okay. And that concludes our business. Comments, Mr. Start with you, Mr. Wyman.
Brought a picture of the trailers. Everybody might want to look at. We've made a few corrections, or not corrections, but changes to the, of course, the front of the trailer will be the Jackson County Courthouse. We reduced the size of some of the lettering down. I thought, we got to talking with ADM, thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and put the year that we were paying these trailers. We put 2015 on there. These are the best quality photographs we have. We got some of these from the DA and some of them changed. And they worked out real good, I think in most megapixels or something, whoever's familiar with photography. But talked with ADM today, sent them a copy of this down, and we've got everything pretty well meet their guidelines, what they require as far as their logo and the writing and everything. So unless anybody has any, a lot of heartburn with this, I'm going to go ahead and place an order for these 4 trailers tomorrow.
Any issues or questions on that?
Looks good.
Anything else, Mr. Wyman?
I got one more thing. It was called my attention, and I didn't actually see it in the newspaper, and I don't know which newspaper, but last time when we were discussing description of roads during inclement weather, one of the papers, Mr. Glass, I don't know which one it was, but indicated that we would be putting up closed signs at all the roads that we stated was impassable. I want to be sure we had that clarified. The whole intent of this is to keep us from having to put up closed signs. And one of the newspapers actually said we would be putting up closed signs at every road that we declared impassable, which would be impossible to do. So that was the whole intent of this, that we're doing, this resolution that was passed or brought to us. So I just want to clarify that and see if there was any more questions about that.
Will we put up markings that say impassable or anything like that?
No, it's not required. That's the whole thing. You know, no signs. It's just we'll designate, you or I, one will designate a certain area, maybe the whole county, maybe Bridgeport, maybe Skyline, or, as roads being impassable, and that will just be based on coverage from the media and, radio.
Okay. Anything else? Mr. Barnes? Chief Ed? Mr. Manning? Mr. Denville?
No, sir.
Mr. Guthrie? Mr. Levin?
No, sir.
Ms. Flores? Anything? All right. That concludes our meeting, quick meeting, and we'll next week, I would like, if there's no opposition, we have our work session scheduled. I would like to go ahead and have our meeting following that work session, and that means we will not meet on the 26th. So we'll have a meeting and our work session followed by a meeting on the 19th. Is there any objection proceeding with that? Of course, if necessary, we can, next week, we can schedule a meeting for the 26th if we see it's necessary. Everyone okay with that? Okay. So we'll have work session followed by a meeting next week, and that concludes our meeting. So motion to adjourn.
Make it motion.
Motion, we have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no.